Nowhere is a 2023 Spanish survival thriller film directed by Albert Pinto, CA, from a screenplay by Ernest Rivera, Miguel Ruz, Indiana Lista, Sean Winslow, and Teresa Rosendoy, which stars Ana Castillo alongside Tamar Novas. Taking place in a dystopian setting, the plot follows Mia Castillo, separated from her husband after a totalitarian government takes over their home country.
Plot.
Mia and Nico decide to leave Spain due to a global crisis that has caused a shortage of necessities and the emergence of a tyrannical government which is killing civilians in an attempt to control a resources shortage. The couple fear for their lives and the safety of their unborn child. They had previously lost their firstborn daughter, Uma, whom the military took away from them as part of a genocidal attempt at reducing Spain's population by killing children, the elderly, and pregnant women. She is presumed dead. Mia blames herself for Uma being taken and carries the guilt with her. Nico's plan is for them to escape to Ireland by being transported on a cargo ship. Ireland is mentioned in a broadcast as one of the few countries, along with Iceland and Norway, left in Europe that has managed to control the resources crisis and maintain a democratic government. The couple get into a container to be carried by a truck. However, the smugglers separate them when Nico is forced out of the container and onto another container. At a military checkpoint, the military kills everyone in the container but Mia as she hid on top of a stack of crates. Later, Mia tries to phone Nico to warn him of the danger, but fails to reach him. All containers, including Mia's, are loaded onto a ship. Later, a storm causes the containers to fall into the ocean. Her container, slowly filling with water, has a cargo of Tupperware household containers, packaged earphones, packaged flat-screen TVs, bottled vodka, and packaged hoodies, all of which she uses to help herself survive, along with a drill, some tape, and a penknife she had managed to salvage from earlier. Upon hearing screams, she looks through a bullet hole and sees another container, packed with people and sinking underwater, just a few meters away. After 2 days in the container, Nico phones her and tells her he is on the way to rescue her. That night, Mia gives birth during a storm to a daughter, Noah. Mia becomes determined to fight for their chances of survival despite being severely weakened, having delusions of Uma, and resorting to eating her placenta. As the water level inside the container rises, Mia manages to puncture a hole in the roof using the drill and the penknife, and she and Noah climb on top of it. While trying to capture the attention of a passing airplane, Mia severely gashes her leg. She stitches it using parts from the TVs and uses some vodka to sterilize the wound. She later manages to catch fish using a makeshift net. Nico phones Mia after roughly 20 days, revealing his precarious health condition after being shot and his unlikely chance of survival. Mia is devastated but shares the news of their daughter's birth with Nico in their final conversation. Nico urges Mia to continue fighting and reach Ireland, promising to always be with them in spirit. Mia constructs a makeshift raft using materials from the container and drifts in the ocean after the container sinks, hoping for a miracle. Eventually, a family on a fishing boat spots Noah on the floating raft. Mia, however, is unconscious and tied to the raft with a rope. They bring her on board their boat and perform CPR, successfully reviving her. Mia and Noah are rescued and brought to the shores of Ireland.
Cast.
Ana Castillo as Mia, 2. Tamar Novas as Nico, 2. Production. Based on a story by Indiana Lista, 3. 4. The screenplay was penned by Ernest Rivera, Miguel Ruz, Indiana Lista, Sean Winslow, and Teresa Rosendoy. 5. The film was produced by Miguel Ruz, with Ruz's partner at Rock and Ruz, Jordi Roca, serving as executive producer. 6. Shooting locations included the port of Tarragona. 7. Release. Nowhere was made available to stream on Netflix on 29 September 2023. 8. It reportedly commanded substantial attention on the platform, with over 24 million views after 3 days. 8. And becoming the most viewed non-English language Netflix film of 2023. 9. Reception. American review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes reports a 64% approval rating based on 14 reviews from critics, with an average score of 6.2/10. 10. Brian Tallarico of Roger Ebert.com gave 2.5 stars out of 4 to the film, stating, "There are some disappointing choices in the film's directing, but Castillo should make a lot of those easy to overlook." 11 Manuel Docon of Fotogramas gave a rating of 3 out of 4 stars, saying, "However, the good message of the story remains and leaves a mark. Hope always takes one step further than mankind." 12. David Lareo of Hobby Consolas rated the film with 33 points, bad, assessing that, as the title hints, it goes nowhere, nor does it have any narrative interest, otherwise singling out the portentous performance by Castillo as a positive point. 13. Bullen Prieto of El Español rated the film 3.5 out of 5 stars, citing that writing is perhaps the film's weakest part, otherwise writing that any but that can be put on nowhere is more than compensated by Ana Castillo. 14. See also. List of Spanish films of 2023. Notes. This review was originally written in Spanish. Rotten Tomatoes has a version that translates the review to English. References. Nowhere. British Board of Film Classification. Armadas, J.R., July 19, 2023. El Director Sant Cugatinc Albert Pinto Estrena al September, Nowhere and Netflix. Tots Sant Cugat. Casales, Javier, July 13, 2023. Teaser y Fecha de Estreno de Nowhere, El Thriller de Supervivencia de Netflix con Ana Castillo. Hobby Consolas. Tang Saradel, Man Ho, July 22, 2023. Primeras Imágenes de Ana Castillo and Nowhere de Netflix. Young España. La película de Ana Castillo con la que más vas a sufrir en Netflix y tiene trailer agobiante. Cinemania. July 14, 2023. Via 20 minutos yes. Nowhere la película de supervivencia de Ana Castillo para Netflix. Cine con N. July 14, 2023. Bugarin, John. October 12, 2022. La tabacalera y la Pardalta, entre las localizaciones preferidas para rodar. Diary Mess. Galan, Raquel. October 10, 2023. Dos Mallorquines convierten Nowhere, de Netflix, en la película más vista. El Periódico de España. Prensa Ibérica. De la Fuente, Ana Marie, November 15, 2023. Spain's Nowhere rules as Netflix's most viewed non-English title of 2023. Variety. Nowhere. Rotten Tomatoes. Fandango Media. Retrieved November 18, 2023. Talerico, Brian. September 29, 2023. Nowhere Movie Review and Film Summary, 2023. Roger Ebert. RogerEbert.com. Retrieved October 10, 2023. Crítica de Nowhere. Ana Castillo Capitania con Valencia El Nuevo y Asfixiant Thriller Español de Netflix. Fotogramas in European Spanish. September 29, 2023. Retrieved October 10, 2023. Lareo, David. September 29, 2023. Crítica de Nowhere, Netflix. Sobreviver nunca fue tan aburrido. Hobby Consolas. Prieto, Bullen. September 29, 2023. Crítica. Nowhere, un emocionante viaje de supervivencia en alta mar con una gran Ana Castillo. El Español.